Alright, hello, and welcome to another video on a Looney Tunes character during the Golden Age. One of the most recognisable and famous Looney Tunes characters is of course Taz, with his tornado spin and large appetite. However, like many characters that are popular today, he starred in only a handful of shorts during the Golden Age, racking up just 5 appearances. So in this video, we'll look at each of these cartoons, rank them, and work out why Taz became such a whirlwind success.
Put me down, you baggy-eyed devil. If you eat me, what do you got? One skinny rabbit, that's all. Look, no meat.
His first appearance was in 1954's Devil May Hare, directed by Bob McKimson. In fact, every one of Taz's shorts would be directed by Bob, with it becoming one of his regular series to go alongside his popular Foghorn and Hippity Hopper shorts. 1954 was a very late start for a Looney Tunes favourite, but McKimson wanted his own antagonist to pair alongside the star of Looney Tunes, which of course was Bugs Bunny, since Frizz had Yosemite Sam, and by this point Chuck Jones was producing some of the biggest and best Bugs and Elmer shorts. We are introduced to Taz, who is the most feared animal in the kingdom.
What's cooking?
The Tasmanian devil's on the loose! Run! Run! Run for your life!
He can spin his way through stone and will consume basically anything. He's just like me. Well, no, I can't spin through stone. Yet. But I will consume anything. His broken English interlaced with snarls and grunts, along with his temper, would become a trademark in this short, and it would continue throughout his appearances. I really enjoy this short. A fresh new antagonist for Bugs, although a little bit easy to outwit. I did always feel like Taz was still a genuine threat to Bugs. Some good gags, involving Bugs making up fake animals for Taz to eat. The backgrounds and art style is maybe a little bit simplistic, but this was at the time where there was plenty of cutbacks, and in particular McKimson's unit was the most underfunded. But overall, a good solid short. I'd rate it a solid 8 out of 10.
You take this.
Aha!
And
Aha! I now pronounce you devil and devilish. What's up, Doc? Jeez, what a grouch.
After a 3-year hiatus, Taz would return for 1957's Bedevilled Rabbit, once again starring alongside Bugs Bunny. Funnily enough, Devil May Hare could well have become Taz's only short, since Eddie Seltzer, a producer at Warner Brothers, was believed to have told McKimson to do no more shorts with the Taz character, as he believed Taz was too violent for young audiences and distasteful for parents.
Hey, baggy eyes. I wonder what Tasmanian devil little thin pancakes would taste like.
But like almost always, the higher-ups have almost no idea what they're on about, with letters streaming into the studio asking for more Taz shorts. Clearly, Taz was to become a star. In Bedevilled Rabbit, we see Bugs being accidentally transported to Tasmania, with a crate full of carrots. Of course, Tasmania and the Tasmanian Devil are both real, Tasmania being a small island just off Australia, and the Tasmanian Devil being a native creature, although nothing like our Tazzy boy. It would seem like McKimson was a big fan of Australian wildlife, with another one of his most popular characters being Hippity Hopper the kangaroo, and the controversial 1950 short Bushy Hair, which is rarely shown due to offensive stereotypes of Aboriginal people. Overall, Bedevilled Rabbit is okay. It takes a while to get going, and the beginning of the short is practically a remake of Devil May Hare, with reused animation and jokes. Still, a perfectly respectable short. I'd rate it a 6.5 out of 10.
Don't you... Me, Buster. You.
Quite unusually, we get 2 Taz shorts in the same year, with 1957's Duckin' the Devil. And even more unusually, we get to see Taz and Daffy paired up. This matchup seems very random. It's as if they pulled out 2 names from a hat and thought, yes, let's put them in a short together. Taz shares a very similar pattern with Marvin, who also had a long gap between his first and second short, and his third short was also paired alongside Daffy Duck, although maybe not quite to the same success. Duck in the Devil portrays Daffy at his most greediest and selfish. After Taz escapes from the local zoo, Daffy is motivated by a money reward to return him.
$5,000?
That's right, 5,000 bucks.
I may be a craven little coward, but I'm a greedy craven little coward.
I just don't really see these two characters bouncing off each other, with Daffy eventually learning that Tasmanian devils become docile after listening to music. I maybe smiled once in this short, when Daffy, after receiving his reward, drops $1 and decides to fight Taz over that single dollar. For me, this is where you started to see a lot of lazy and quite boring Looney Tunes shorts. This one being a 3 out of 10.
As we sang love's old sweet song on moonlight. On Moonlight Bay.
Look, Sonny, do you mind closing that door? It's mighty drafty in here.
After another long break, Taz would return in 1962's Bill of Hare, thankfully again alongside Bugs Bunny. In a similar vein to Bedevilled Rabbit, we see a crate being dropped, only this time it's Taz inside, rather than Bugs. The 1960s was generally a dark time for Looney Tunes, with very few good shorts being produced in this period. It was refreshing to see McKimpson still pushing out Bugs and Taz shorts though, with this one being pretty decent. It feels much more like the older days gone by of old Looney Tunes, with some good gags, even if the animation is very limited.
If I was you, I'd check the cookbook. You're turning me way too slow. You don't want me to get overdone, do you? Turn faster. Faster.
It's testament to McKimpson that even on a tight budget, he was still able to produce some fun cartoons, even if some of the jokes are maybe a bit too predictable, like the moose hunting scene in the train tunnel, where I think it's just a bit too obvious what's going to happen. Still though, a bit of a return to form, a 6 out of 10 from me.
May I take your order, sir? We have a very fine selection today, all prepared under my personal supervision.
Oh, no!
Just what you need. This medicine works faster and better if you shake well after using.
The final Taz short from the original Looney Tunes shorts was 1964's Dr. Devil and Mr Hare, although the title would suggest it would be a Jekyll and Hyde story, which of course had been done multiple times in Looney Tunes. It's in fact just a Doctor-themed short, and the title is just a clever pun. We see a return of a familiar gag at the start of the short, where all the animals are fleeing from the Tasmanian devil. After that, we see Taz walking on Bugs having a bath. Taz really needs to learn to knock before walking on people having baths. Such a rude devil. We also learn that Taz really loves ketchup. He is one of those crazy people that wants to squirt it all over his food. I am much more of a dipper. Anywho, Bugs screams and pretends to be in hysterics calling for a doctor, which segues us into the doctor and patient back and forth for the rest of the cartoon, with Bugs playing the doctor and Taz now the patient. Even though he is a rabbit, he's still a complete quack of a doctor.
Now then, let's test the reflexes.
Yow!
15 inches. Not bad.
We again see another recurring joke where Bugs sends Taz off in the post, only for him to instantly return. Seemingly this time he's been on a European tour, while also dropping into Japan. Something we would never see in modern cartoons also occurs in this short. After Bugs delivers Taz his baby, yes, that makes sense in this short, just go with it. Taz rewards Bugs with a big fat cigar, one of the few times as well where Bugs gets tricked and it blows up in his face. Overall, this is the very definition of an average by-the-book short. I'll give it a 5 out of 10.
Tell me, do you see spots before your eyes?
Yeah. Little bitty spots.
Oh, you're in bad shape. Here, look in this mirror and see for yourself.
So that concludes every Golden Age appearance of Taz, a character who would go on to gain more fame in more recent times. Firstly of Tasmania, a whole series based on him, and would become one of the main stars in movies such as Space Jam. His Golden Age shorts may not be my favourite, but he is such a good devil. I hope you enjoyed the video, but for now, take care and leave me alone.
Oh, oh, oh.